we go. Keep buying that. LeBron recently complained on Instagram that the Lakers were playing 3 consecutive back-to-backs in mid-March. He called it, quote, insane, Chandler. You buying that he's right to be upset with the league for having them play 6 games in an 8-day
I mean, upset, sure.
By the way, one
like
of those is a makeup.
Yeah. Upset, sure. Like 6 and 8 is tough. I remember 3 and 4 used to be brutal. I remember when I got drafted, it was a lockout. We had back-to-backs. Then we had 3. Remember 3 of the threes. And that was tough. Again, it's insane. Like people that work real hard labor jobs are probably rolling their eyes at this. But as a basketball player and the schedule and the grind, it is insane to have 6 games.
By the way, 4 of them are home games. The first 2 on the road, 4, and one's a makeup game.
That helps when you don't have shoot-arounds and stuff. But it's still a lot of prep, a lot of work, a lot of it's a lot. 6 and 8.
I've actually never heard of this. I've heard of 4 and 5s. I've never heard of 6 and 8 though. That's a lot.
It would have been 4.
I'm assuming other teams have done it as well this year.
No, these are makeup games.
The one with the Spurs is a makeup game on Monday from the Fires. So that was not there originally, and that's why.
So
it would have
been a 4 and 5.
Yeah,
but because of the makeups, it pushed it to 6 and 8. But I agree with him. This is insane. It's unprecedented. And listen, when you 40,
exactly.
When you 40, these start to add up.
Yeah.
You know, these add up. So he has the right to feel like this is insane and this is a wild stretch. But I'm interested to see how they come out of it.
Be interested to see how many he plays.
Night off. I was going to say, just take it.
You don't have to play.
I wouldn't expect anything less from a 40-year-old. I mean, he has every right to complain.
By the way, crap happens. Like you get a snow day and your vacation gets short a day. That
it's not like this was malicious.
Yeah, it wasn't.
This was directed towards LeBron and the Lakers. This is just a fluke.
Insane. All right, this one. Dwayne Wade on the most popular Underground Lounge opened up. Telling Lou, hey,
you're welcome, podcast world.
about the time that Pat Riley wouldn't let LeBron have his cookies on the team plane and how that changed things in Miami. That's a sentence I just said out loud, Boogie. Cookies. Talk to me. You buying that that's what destroyed the Heatles?
It's enough for me. I mean, we all seen life.
I'm telling you, Boogie.
Don't touch my cornbread.
Would you let Pat Riley take your cookies on the plane?
This just sounds like a euphemism.
But people, because
ain't nobody taking
we
my
can speak to this. People don't understand.
Nobody.
People don't understand though, Boogie. When you on the road, it's about the small things. It's about the small comforts to get you through those days. When you trekking through the snow in Minnesota and you on your way to Salt Lake City.
Trekking through the snow?
Yes, ma'am.
You guys trekked? They didn't just drive you and drop you off right in front?
You could trek through the snow. Yeah. When you're leaving Minnesota on your way to Salt Lake City and you probably hadn't seen your kids in 10 to 12 days, your warm cookies might get you through that trip with a good attitude.
It's crazy. This is an actual story, though. It's true.
It's absolutely true.
Did he say what kind of cookies?
Chocolate chip cookies.
Ooh, delicious.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. No, it does matter.
Chocolate chip
oatmeal,
cookies.
don't care.
I like oatmeal cookies.
Yeah.
Also,
I like oatmeal cookies with walnuts. What's wrong with that?
That is not okay.
Oatmeal cookies with walnuts?
You're out of control right now.
It's just also like you just don't want to feel like micromanaged. You're giving everything to your franchise, you're giving it to your team, and then you're going to tell me I can't eat a cookie? Like, buzz off.
And that was
I'm not a grown man.
Yeah, like, stop.
And that was, outside of the cookies, that was the point. D-Wade expressed that he felt like they were getting micromanaged way outside of bounds.
That is weird.
Down to the point of cookies and chips and whatnot.
What can I say? Is that not the same thing that's going on with Luka? Micromanagement?
Feels like it.
Can a guy not have a beer after work?
Yeah.
Can a guy not have a smoke after work?
Not in Dallas.
Apparently not.
Not in Dallas.
Apparently not. Not anymore.
Not in Dallas.
I love that story. Mark Spears suggested that Jaylen Brown's play versus Luka in the finals is what actually ultimately caused the Mavs to trade Luka away. It wasn't the hookah and the beer. It was that they lost. Are you buying this, Lou?
No, I ain't buying that. I ain't buying that.
No.
I think it was the hookah and the beer. I do. At this point, that probably just got under their skin, even down to the point you saw Mike Finley walk up and take his beer. Like
true.
That clip becomes a bigger clip now that they're starting to leak this information. And I say leak this information because they are leaking this information about Luka. Then I got news for you. If you are concerned with an NBA player smoking hookah and having a beer every once in a while, you got bigger problems in the world. What's the first thing they do when you win a championship? They hand you a cigar and they hand you champagne and beer. That is the first thing that they do. Guys do these things on their leisure time. You are a grown man. I am allowed to enjoy myself from time to time. So I'm not buying that, but Hey, who am I?
Also, who are we kidding? The Mavs had zero chance to win that series. Like they were outmanned. They were a way worse team. The Celtics were just simply a better team. So the idea of one matchup for that series is why they traded generational talent makes zero sense to me.
By the way, are you guys buying the hookah and the beer? Because then obviously Michael Jordan's been brought up 1,000 times since this. So are you buying it at all?
I think it's a scapegoat. I think it's just an excuse. We'll never really know the truth behind it.
I bet like years from now we're getting something.
Absolutely. But on top of all of that, like, this guy's European. Like, this is their culture. Like, they drink.
It's what they do.
I love it.
They smoke.
They work to live. They don't live to work.
Yeah, I'm not like, you knew this when you drafted the guy. Like, now you're trying to change, like, who he is, what's his background, and all these other things. So it still doesn't make sense. That can't be the reason.
Yeah.
No one's buying it.
The thing to me, every player has, like, their vice, right? Every player has their off-the-court thing that they do. It never became a distraction or a problem with Luka. So, like, you never saw him fail a drug test or you know, be in the tabloids or anything. So everybody drinks every now and then. Everybody will smoke every now and then. So the idea that they're painting this picture, this is the narrative, this is why, like, how do you not just look at his production and look at what he's done since he's been in the NBA versus him having a beer at lunch
also,
on
he's
an off
25.
day? Like, who cares, man? He's 25 years old, making hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, he's going to enjoy this life. It's a great life, and he should.
He shouldn't. It is interesting. Like, the only way they ever get proven right is years down the road if hookah and beer end up being the demise of. But you're not going to know that.
Well, then take the cigars and the champagne out the locker room.
That's fine. Yeah.
When you celebrate a championship.
Carrot sticks, celery, and ranch.
Oh, how fun!
Yeah, bring in the water and what else?
Sparkling water
and fruit.
And fruit, but not on a bare table. That's disgusting.
Absolutely. Hear that, Boston?
Yeah. No, you got somebody corrected you, huh?
Somebody did correct me that one of the assistants told me that the locker room in Boston has been renovated.
I love that for them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Congratulations.
Progress.
Congratulations.
They did say that the hot tub was still in the shower, though.
Okay, that just seems weird. Lou, you're up next. Zion reportedly weighs 264. A lot of weight talk and things like that. Which, by the way, lightest he would be since he was drafted. Career high 26 points. Only missed a game this month. Are you buying that perhaps we've entered the new phase of availability for Zion?
Why not? I'm buying it. Good to see that he's in shape. Good to see that he's taking these things seriously. He heard the criticisms, and he stepped up, took accountability, got himself in some better shape, and as a result of that, he's been able to stay on the floor and play good basketball for them.
He also got a couple of sick tats. That
Okay, can we show them?
God.
Do we have them?
Let's talk about this. Oh, my God.
Shout out PSD.
What is that? What part of?
He flushed
I know
the
that
toilet.
ain't what I think it is.
That's his
Belly button.
What'd
What
you
did you think it was?
That's a belly button
You
tat.
nasty, nasty
Crazy.
boys.
That's it.
It's crazy.
By the way, those underwear are great. The PSD or whatever.
Shout out PSD. I'm part owner in that company.
Yeah, are you really? Oh, I just spent money on them. Now I feel like an ass.
Zion's a freak.
What is that tattoo? Does anyone know what it means?
He's a freak, bro.
That's like
I
alien.
don't know what else.
It's a bullseye.
Yeah, I mean, he's turned up.
It's a target.
Lou, this guy's turned up.
Who, me or him?
Did he say? Has he said anything? I don't. Conrad's in my ear. Has Zion said
Freaky
that
Z.
mean anything to anybody? It must be meaning. We'll get it.
What is the tat?
I don't know. No one's telling
He
me.
went Dennis Rodman on the tat.